Picture this. You walk past a crow on the street. Maybe you shoo it away. Maybe you glance at it. Maybe you do nothing at all. 3 years later, that same crow sees you again. And it remembers. Not just that it saw you. It remembers exactly how you made it feel. But here's what's even more fascinating, you do the exact same thing. Every single day. Welcome to Mind Safari, where we explore the world's most fascinating questions about animals, brains, and human behavior. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping scientific discoveries of the last decade, crows that recognize human faces and hold grudges for years. And by the end of this video, you'll understand something surprising about yourself too. Let's go. In 2008, researchers at the University of Washington conducted a now-famous experiment. They took a group of crows on campus and had certain researchers wear a specific mask, a dangerous, caveman mask, while they captured and banded the crows. It was stressful for the birds. Then they released them. Over the following weeks and months, the researchers returned to campus, sometimes wearing the dangerous mask, sometimes wearing a neutral mask. The results were astonishing. The crows who had been captured immediately recognized the dangerous mask, and they went wild. Scolding. Dive bombing. Alerting other crows nearby. Birds who had never even been captured themselves began joining in, because the captured crows had told them about the threat. The grudge didn't just survive. It spread. And the most incredible part? The researchers followed up 5 years later. The crows still remembered. New generations of crows had learned the face from their parents. One bad interaction. 5 years of consequences. Sound familiar? Now you might be thinking, crows are just birds. How can they do this? Here's the thing. Crows have a brain region called the nidopallium caudolateral, which functions almost exactly like the human prefrontal cortex. That's the part of our brain responsible for memory, decision-making, and social behavior. Crows also have a hippocampus, the same memory center we have. In fact, relative to their body size, crows have one of the largest brains in the animal kingdom. They use tools. They solve puzzles. They plan for the future. And yes, they remember faces, emotions, and social experiences with remarkable precision. Scientists call this episodic-like memory, the ability to remember what happened, where, and when. Humans have the same system. Which brings us to the most interesting part of this video. Let's talk about you. Think about a time someone embarrassed you. Betrayed you. Made you feel small. You probably still remember it clearly, the place, the words, maybe even what they were wearing. That's not a coincidence. That's neuroscience. When something emotionally significant happens, especially something threatening or hurtful, your brain's amygdala fires up. It flags the memory as important. Your brain essentially says, remember this. It could save you later. This is called negativity bias. Our brains are hardwired to remember negative experiences more vividly than positive ones. From an evolutionary standpoint, this makes perfect sense. Forgetting who betrayed you in a tribe could get you killed. Remembering danger kept you alive. The crow and the human are doing the exact same thing, using social memory as a survival tool. But here's where it gets psychologically deep. For crows, a grudge ends when the threat is gone. They don't replay it. They don't spiral. They don't bring it up at family gatherings. Humans. We ruminate. Rumination is when your brain replays a painful memory over and over, sometimes long after the threat has passed. Psychologists link rumination to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. The crow moves on. We often don't. Why? Because humans have a narrative self. We don't just remember experiences, we build stories about them. Stories about who wronged us. Stories about what it says about us. Stories we tell ourselves for years. That teacher ruined my confidence. That friend proved no one can be trusted. That moment changed everything. The memory becomes part of our identity. So what can we learn from a bird? Crows remember danger, but they respond to it proportionally. The threat returns, they react. The threat disappears, they move on. Humans often do the opposite. The threat is gone, but the reaction stays. We carry grudges like weights, long after they stop protecting us. Research in psychology shows that cognitive reappraisal, simply changing how you interpret a painful memory, can literally reduce the emotional charge it carries in your brain. You don't forget what happened. But you rewrite what it means. The crow can't do that. It's wired to react. You can choose to respond. That's the difference. Crows never forget a face because their survival depended on it. Humans hold grudges for the same reason, but we often hold them long past their expiry date. The next time you catch yourself replaying an old hurt, remember, your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do. The question is, are you still in danger? Or is it just a ghost from the past? If this video made you think, drop a comment below. I'd love to know, do you think holding grudges is ever useful? And if you enjoyed this, subscribe to Mind Safari, because every week, we explore the wild science hiding inside everyday life. See you in the next one.